UnseriousXM.
Hey friends.
Hey guys.
Welcome to another episode.
Another episode. I want y'all to know that the reason why we're always laughing when we're saying welcome back is because we were definitely talking shit about something before we actually started recording.
Yeah, such as not knowing how to fucking intro the show.
We never know how to intro. But
yeah, we're here on the big comfy couch today because first of all, it's the end of summer.
Brat summer is over.
Black summer is
No,
over. Brat summer. Brat. Look, when you're a brat and you're black, Brat summer is over.
Brack summer.
Brack summer is over. No, yeah, we had a beautiful day on Sunday, and then just for the rest of the week to be like, we gave y'all a hard stop. It's giving cold turkey.
Yeah.
Get off of summer right now.
But it's also the weather where it's like when you wake up it's a little chilly, and then like by afternoon it's hot as hell.
Yeah.
And then at night it's cold again. So it's
right.
tricky.
Yeah, right. In the yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, Jacoby has a lot going on, y'all.
Damn, can I speak for myself?
You have a lot going on, and I would love for you to tell the people.
There has been a lot of things happening. We'll start with the obvious.
Is it obvious? Oh, well, okay.
I mean, yeah. If you follow us and you know us, then you know that something happened to me recently. A little bit traumatic, but no, it's actually not traumatic at all. Now I can laugh about it because I'm totally fine. But I had an accident on my bike.
Yeah.
I was getting in the habit of riding my bike and just like as another like source of exercise. So I started riding my bike almost every day for like maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. And then I was taking like a scenic route, and I went down a street I was unfamiliar with, and it was a hill, and I was telling myself like, okay, usually if I'm going down a hill I start braking once I get to the middle of the block, because I know I have to stop like when at the intersection.
Right.
So
knowing how to ride a bike.
knowing how to ride a bike. So I'm about to start braking, and before I could brake I hit a speed bump. A speed bump in the middle of the road. Not like one of those little parking lot speed bumps. One of those big ass speed bumps, like the wide ones that will literally like knock an 18-wheeler like over. And I flipped over the handlebars. I landed on my shoulder and like hit my head and like slid across the concrete.
Jesus Christ.
And then like I almost immediately got up because I knew that something had happened to me. I'm like, it happened so fast that I just stood up. Like after I fell, I stood up. And I was like a little bit dizzy because I hit my head, and then I looked down and I see blood, like just blood. It's like dropping blood on the ground, blood like dripping down my face, and I'm trying to like call somebody. I called my mom like, oh my God, like I just fell off my bike.
Jesus.
My mom's like, where are you? And I'm so frantic that I can't, like my brain cannot figure out how to send my mom my location. And then I like stopped panicking for a second and realized that she already has my location, so she knows exactly where I am.
Does she usually use that app though? Like, does she usually use it? Has she ever had a reason to check y'all's locations?
She does, like just like being a mom, but like she didn't think about it in that moment because she heard me panicking, and then like it just so happened that I had told my parents that I was going for a bike ride, and they happened to be out at church. And they
out at church.
Yeah, they happened to be like out of the house, like they were already like outside, so they were like together and near their car. Yeah. And they picked me up so quickly, like I was confused. I asked my mom, like, no hesitation. I asked my mom afterwards. I'm like, was I on the phone with you the whole time? Because like I'm thinking about how quickly y'all picked me up, and I'm like, did I pass out for like 30 minutes and then that's how long it took y'all to get here? And she's like, no, I was on the phone with you the whole time, but. She said once my dad heard me like screaming and panicking, he started driving really fast, which is how they ended up getting there on time. But I was also very close to the hospital, and some little random white kids saw me fall off my bike and were like, "Oh my God, like sir, we're gonna get you some water." I'm like,
imagine the random white kids were actually like angels.
Right?
Imagine they were like angels.
They weren't like actually there. Oh my God, no! But you know what's crazy? I didn't see them again because I was already picked up by the time.
Because they're dead.
Oh my God, stop. There was also a very attractive black man that was jogging, and he stopped to ask me if I need help too. I'm like, I hate the question of do you need help, and I'm literally sitting here bleeding. Like, obviously I need help, but and he went back to his house to get his car to take me to the hospital, but I was already gone. So I'm like, those people probably think I'm dead. They never saw me again.
Okay. And I was in Atlanta for a wedding, and Jacoby texted me when I guess like maybe hours after it happened or something like that, and he showed me the picture, and I'm just like, oh my god,
I couldn't believe it.
What? And then fast forward to 2 weeks later, Jacoby. Wait, no. Actually, before I get there, we were laughing about yesterday. Before I get there, I want you to tell them what you ended up doing the next week.
The next week. Okay, so after my bike accident, so the accident was so bad that I had a gash on the side of my face that I had to get glued together. I had a black eye. My ear was split, like, it was basically separated from my head. Yeah, my ear was separated. And the crazy thing is, when it happened, you know how like when you hurt yourself like in a certain spot, it creates heat. Mm-hmm. And my ear was so high, I deadass thought my ear was off. Like I'm looking around like, did my fucking
did y'all get my ear off that ground?
Did my ear come off? I was literally panicking.
That's probably just blood rushing or whatever.
Yeah,
sure
and it actually like
science.
Once I got to the hospital, it literally didn't hurt. I was so like frantic that I couldn't even feel the pain. And then they also gave me pain medicine, so then I really couldn't feel it. But after that, literally the following day, I had a fitting for a show for Fashion Week. Right. So I actually text Tyler, who was like doing the casting for this show, and I'm like, hey, hey, how y'all doing? I'm like, so I had a little accident. And that was also the first thing that came to my mind. Like when I flipped over the handlebars, like to do this? I'm supposed to be in a show next week. So I text him and I'm like, I had a bit of an accident, but like I really do not want to miss the show. So I'm just gonna come to the fitting and like you guys can assess the damage.
I wonder what was going through his head. Like what kind of accident? Did this nigga shit on himself?
I told him that I fell off my bike, but I don't think. I don't think that he knew the severity of this accident, because I also didn't have a black eye until the next day.
That's crazy to me though. Yeah, just how the body works, right? Like
seeing
the black eye, I was trying to like put that together in my head, but obviously
it was very very weird. And my uncle actually said it. Corinne's dad. He was like, "Well, I hope he doesn't get a black eye because
the impact of the fall." Yeah,
and woke up with a black eye. I was like,
shit.
"Fuck."
Damn.
Like, it's bad enough that I have a gash on my ear. It's all bloody and raw.
I would be in the mirror like...
I woke up. The crazy thing is that I knew I was getting a black eye because I looked in the mirror in the morning and I'm like, okay, my eye is clearly bruised. By the time I got to the casting, my shit was black. I got off that elevator like, what the fuck? Shit. But it was okay. It ended up being fine. Long story short, I went to the casting and they were like, it's fine. Like you were, the designer specifically said, he's like, and if you're worried about whether or not you're going to be in the show, we would love to have you. And I'm like, thank you. I really appreciate that because, yeah. But the crazy thing is they didn't cover it.
Oh, right. Well, you were bandaged up.
I had a bandage on my ear when I went to the fitting, but they were like, are you going to be able to take that off? So I basically had to have surgery to get the bandage off because it was stuck to my wound and it hurt so much. So I had to take that bandage off, but I still had like the bandage on the gash. So I did the show bandaged up, black eye. My face was literally like out here. Like if you look at the pictures, I'm like, this, I don't know who this is.
Jesus.
And I honestly, walking down the runway, I literally was like, I cannot believe that I'm doing this.
We should definitely insert the clip just to show. Just to show how, a testimony, right? Like, just to show how resilient.
This is not church,
just to show how resilient this motherfucker is. No, that's incredible. So that was incredible and traumatic.
It was very traumatic.
Like, wow. And then he posted, like a few days ago, Jacoby posted like a carousel of just like, like a dump. He posted a dump, right? And it's just like selfies. I took it down, by the way. I took it down yesterday after we talked about it. You said you took it down. He posted like selfies and like all of that kind of shit.
Bunch of random photos.
And then in the middle of it, you see like a warning. One of the posts has a warning on it, and it's like it always is
literally me in the hospital.
This contains graphic like imagery. It has a warning and it's like CY, and then you click CY, and it quite literally shows you, And somebody in the comments said,
"Oh my God, almost threw up." I said, what?
I sat in my bed about to scream. I was about to scream. That shit was hilarious. Because why would you come? Imagine you're just like scrolling. You don't even know like the full context of the carousel. Like all you see is the selfie up front,
and then
and
blood.
you see but then you don't even scroll, but you see in the comments
morning?
somebody
somebody
comments, OMG, I almost threw up, and that the first all they see is the carousel that starts with your selfie. I would be like, yo, that's so rude.
I didn't
But no,
think about it that way.
that's literally crazy.
That's very funny.
Because if they don't understand the context, that's gonna sound rude as shit, bro. Like, why you commenting that? But yeah, no, we're glad you're okay.
Yeah, I'm
That's
good.
a really crazy saga. And all right, so moving on. I've been watching.
Move.
That's so random. I've been like rewatching Braxton Family Values through TikTok. And
oh yeah, you did tell me that.
Yeah,
that
like
it's like damn near the whole episode.
The whole fucking episode. And I just been like rewatching it, and I'm like, bro, we were really gaslit to believe that only Tamar was the problem. Now, mind you, Tamar is
the problem.
A problem, right?
Right, a problem.
And she's a lot of things, but she's not the sole issue of why, like, this show, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they're sisters. They're
like,
sisters, and it's very natural.
But it's like watching it back, being an adult. You notice like, especially as somebody who's done therapy, like you notice so many behaviors, and you're like, bro,
yeah, like how are y'all ever all living in the same house?
Yeah,
and
but you
are
know,
still alive because they definitely killed somebody.
But what I realized is that I thought that Ayanla was like the first therapist. Oh, for sure. I thought Ayanla was like the first therapist they went to see. When I tell you, there were multiple. No, there were multiple throughout the history of the show.
I remember like another dark skinned lady who had
like a shortcut.
Haircut. Yeah, I remember that.
I forget her name, but yeah, she was always on there. Always on there. It's crazy. They had an intervention with what's the pastor's name? TD Jakes. TD Jakes. And I'm just like, bro, like, man, they've really. I feel like.
Wait, the Braxtons had an intervention with them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that didn't help?
Well, because a lot of people try to be like, oh, you know, the mom, Evelyn, is actually the problem and this and that.
Really?
Because, what's that saying? It can only rot from, like, the root or something down. Something. But it starts at the root, basically, and it can only rot from the root.
But what she do? Or did she just, they were just saying, like, she ain't raised them right?
Well, her and the dad got divorced, and they feel like a lot of how she handled the divorce and their communication, or the dad's kind of disappearance after they got divorced.
The dad disappeared?
It was like he wasn't really around as much as he was when they were married. I mean, obviously, but it's like, you know, some dynamics change, but they feel like
how
the
old
way
were
they
they
changed.
when they got divorced?
I feel like they were probably in their 30s. Maybe. Yeah, because the parents, I don't know. I'm not going to go that deep into it, but all of that to say, it's very interesting watching Braxton Family Values back as a grown person now.
Yeah.
And also
most of those shows.
Yeah, like a lot of shows. Yeah. I feel like we kind of talked about that when we had Mel on, about like rewatching episodes as grown and being like, bro, this shit is actually kind of insane.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, also
realizing who was actually dead ass wrong.
Who is actually dead wrong. But also, speaking of sisters, I'm kind of scared of Lisa Ray.
Why are you scared of her?
She intimidates the shit out of me, bro.
Why?
Well, first of all, she's from Chicago, so they are like, those women are very like, you know what I'm saying?
How do people from Chicago talk?
Do
they have an accent?
I don't know if they have the accent. I think it's more of a dialect, right? But Lisa Ray, she scares me. Like, I'm very nervous by her.
I'm not surprised that you're saying this, but I wanted to know why.
No, I just, every time I see her, especially like in moments where she's actually like in argument with somebody, she holds her own, and that like obviously it's intimidating. Not to say that she's a bad person. I don't know that lady, but it's just like,
you mean energy, like she scares
demeanor.
Scares you in a way like you wouldn't want to fuck with her?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, okay, absolutely that. Absolutely that.
Okay.
Not like she's a terrible person, but it's just like she scares me because I don't know how I would navigate being at odds with a woman like that.
Got you. That makes sense.
And you know, her and Debrat are sisters. That's the reason why I brought that up.
I did know that.
Who else is a sister to somebody else? Samora and Nia Long are sisters. I think they're stepsisters.
I did know that.
Yeah. It's a very random tangent.
That is random.
But yo, have you heard about that makeup artist who worked the wedding?
I did hear about that. I don't know enough about it to talk about it, but I did watch a video where someone else was talking about how ridiculous it was.
Kind of in depth, but I won't. I will stay surface a little bit.
I would love to hear it because I don't know what happened.
She was hired, and I think she had like maybe a few people or a couple people on the team or something. I don't know, but she had a lot going on in her personal life. And
how do we know that?
She's the one that told us this story.
Oh, she told the story.
This was
herself.
like, come with me, like get ready.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you how I got kicked out of a wedding, and so basically she did the bride's face and everything. Honestly, it's not foreign for some brides to want the makeup artist to like stick around in case there are touch-ups and things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But why are you trying to do? She was doing a lot.
Oh God!
Like why are you probably now? Why are you in the shots when the cameraman is taking pictures?
Oh my God!
Of the bridal, the bridal party.
Said, can we have
why
the family
right
and you
right
front and center?
Nah, and then she goes and starts doing TikToks with the husband. The husband gets tired of her ass, and it's like you gotta fucking go.
Oh my God!
So people on TikTok
I
were
get
like,
it now.
People on TikTok were like, "This is why you need to crash out friend because that friend,
can somebody get this bitch?"
Right, you gotta have your crash out friend in your bridal party so that they'll be like, "Bro, you actually need to leave."
No, wait. So she did get kicked out.
She got kicked out because first of all,
rightfully so.
She out here making people do every TikTok trend, including the groomsmen, the bridal party.
Not letting them enjoy their own wedding is crazy. Like, and she deserved to be kicked out.
Why are you? And before they even do the reveal of the reception, why are you in here taking video, trying to get content as if they don't have professional? It's like you think you're doing them a favor.
That's not a part of the job.
It's not a part of the package, babes.
Yeah,
it's
you
really
did her
nuts.
makeup. You didn't decorate the damn venue.
She was moving around like the wedding planner. Like you actually need to chill the fuck out.
Wrong
sister.
job title.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it was actually quite. Because you know what? I understand having to work through when you're going through shit. But
what did that have to do with?
She was basically painting the picture of like, I was really enjoying this day. And if I seem to be
enjoy it too.
Exactly, but she was like, I guess she was trying to present it like if I seem to be doing too much, it's because I was having fun and I really needed to have fun because I'm going through a lot in my life. But sister, have somebody else do the job if you don't think you can show up and be professional.
Yeah.
You're dead ass wrong. How is it that they're panning to the bride and groom and you like in the fucking peripheral of the shot? Yes.
Oh my God.
You're in the shot.
That's insane.
Even some of the bridesmaids start speaking out like, yo, she was actually
the way my sisters would have dragged her out of there.
Yeah, exactly. You need to crash out friend in your bridal party to be like, yo, you got to chill the fuck out. At least you got to chill out. If I got to tell you this
if you're gonna be here,
you need to go over there and sit it down.
Yeah,
like that shit was incredible in the most horrifying way. Like talk about horror.
Oh my God,
that shit was insane. But yeah, I can't even. You know how you get like secondhand cringe?
I was about to say it almost makes you not want to fucking get married. To hope that never happens to you.
That not making you want to get married is kind of crazy. But I feel where you're coming from. But yeah, like people. Jesus. People who don't have social cues are very concerning.
We talk about that all the time.
Yeah, like that's.
Speaking of not having
sirens. Speaking of not having social cues,
he also lives right next to the fire department. He always gets so dramatic when he hears a siren, as if he doesn't live by the fire department.
Because you know what it is? You hear the start of the sirens,
and then you hear it all the way through.
Yes, and it's like the start is so abrupt and annoying as hell. But what we saying? People that don't have social cues, like that. Like last night. Oh my god.
Yes, last night. Last night we went to a Via Ray event. Via Ray, if you don't know, is Issa Rae's Prosecco brand. So Via Ray sponsored an event that featured Issa Rae, and her friend Jay Lorenzo. Her friend, one of Issa's best friends, Jay Lorenzo. Yeah. And it was basically just like they wanted it to be modeled after the Wind Down Wednesday. So it was literally just them like talking on stage, like he was asking her questions, some questions that a lot of people wanted the answers to, some things just to get to know her more. But the crowd, the audience, some people in the audience were so obnoxious when it came to like them participating, giving people the opportunity to ask her questions. People were in there pitching their shows and work. And
you know what? I'm never gonna hate on somebody for networking themselves and putting themselves out there.
Absolutely.
I'm absolutely a champion for that. But when they start a Q&A
and they ask you if you have a damn question.
Do not get up there and be like, yo, Issa, I just want to say I really fuck with you. I love everything you do. I got a lash brand.
Oh my.
What's the question? I was just wondering. Look, I was just wondering if I could give you my lash extensions.
But her friend Jay Lorenzo was definitely calling people out. Like, that is not a question.
It's not a
like,
question.
don't get up here. Like, we get, like, obviously everybody who's in there is probably a fan of Issa Rae. Is probably a creative in their own right.
They sold that shit out at the Brooklyn Paramount without people truly knowing what that shit was.
And she mentioned that when she got on stage. She's like, thank y'all for buying tickets for something y'all wasn't sure about.
What it was gonna be.
Y'all didn't know what it was going to be.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, like, I just feel like you got to know. Because the thing is also, they skipped over other people to get to you.
Like, you got chosen out of this entire auditorium to ask a question.
And this is
and there were good questions. There were really good questions.
Yeah, there were some really good ones. I'm trying to think of some good ones. There was one about, like, when she felt like, Issa, have you feel like you've gotten it wrong at any point? Like, in your trajectory, your career, when have you felt like you've gotten it wrong? She was like, that's a great question.
Yeah.
And there were, like, some other good ones, but it was just mostly people being like, no, the one girl.
I want a hug. Give me a hug.
No, she stood up. Issa, you my fucking bitch. You are my fucking bitch.
Oh, my God.
And I just want you to, I want a hug. I just want a hug. I was like, yo.
And she got a hug, but it's like.
Seriously. At what cost?
Yeah.
Issa said, I just got bullied into getting a hug.
Mm-hmm.
That was really crazy.
Yeah, it was.
I cringe at mostly everything, but I really cringe at that. Like, it's just like.
I definitely experienced some secondhand embarrassment because I know she got backstage and was like, can y'all believe this crazy bitch?
But, you know, also, right, me going backstage. But it's also when people drink, man, like.
Oh my God, yes.
When
like,
we drink.
It was very obvious that those people were inebriated.
Sauce.
I mean, which is okay.
Because that's what it was supposed to give, I guess. But it's just like, man, I feel like there is a separation of, like, time and place or there's a time and place for everything, right? But if we're at, like, I don't know, like a convention, I feel like it's more okay to ask somebody, hey, I just want to pitch my whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I want an opportunity to pitch my. But everybody's here to have fun, and I get that you're here to network, but at least try to finesse it a little bit more and, like, try to formulate a question out of this shit. Like, come on. But
that was very annoying.
And then one girl stood up with the painting. I guess
oh my God! But did you see it?
I didn't see.
I didn't see it either. I don't know what it was, but somebody was also like. She was clearly in a seat all the way back there because she was holding it up, walking to the front of the stage.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, some people really just can't take their liquor. God bless it, man. God bless it.
But the event was great. It was really great.
To wrap it up, that was a really, really good time. We had a lot of fun.
Who did we see? Who was there? What other?
So she had some special guests come up on the stage. La Roach, Lil Rel. The comedian Lil Rel, who has gotten so fucking, like, skinny.
He did.
Good for him.
He did.
Erica Alexander, Maxine Shaw, attorney
and Fred's actually going to see her.
I'm going to see her. Week? Yeah, I'm going to some screenings that she's a part of later this week. And who was the other person? There was somebody else. Was it 4 of them or was it just 3?
It was 4. It was 3 of them.
I think it was just 3. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was a good time, man.
It was a great time. I
love when we go to events because it's just like, I don't know. We just was chilling and it was like.
Yeah, we also took edibles.
Funny. Yo,
and everything
oh my God,
was
we were
so funny.
Everything was out. I feel like I caught myself, like, staring into
I was
space.
definitely staring up at like at the ceiling.
Oh, at the ceiling
with my mouth wide open, and I kept snapping out of it like, "Oh my God!"
The Brooklyn Paramount is gorgeous, man.
It's so pretty in there.
It's really, really pretty. But we had a good time doing that, and it was just like, I feel like. You really have to tell your children when they're being annoying
how to fucking act
so that they don't grow up and become even more annoying adults.
Like, I can tell that your mom never told you to shut the hell up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
An annoying child is one thing.
Annoying
super annoying adult, it's like, you should have learned this lesson.
You deserve to be
years ago. You should have learned this lesson years ago.
Yeah.
But I really cringe at some things that people do, man. Like, what are some of the cringiest things that you can think of that just, like, really, I can start. This is from personal experience. I'm kind of a private person. Mm-hmm. So if you offer any information about me online or in a public forum without consulting me, like, people who don't have, like, common kind of decency or respect for your boundaries.
I clearly told you that when we were in the bathroom drunk. Why would you come out here and say?
Why did you
what
feel
did you
comfortable enough to talk about that anywhere
no.
outside of this forum? Like, people who don't respect your boundaries is probably the cringiest thing.
Yeah, I hate that.
For me.
You know what I hate? I hate when people. You know how like someone wants you to hear what they're saying, so they're not talking to you, but they're speaking loud enough so that you like trying to engage you in a conversation. That drives me
I hear
up
you. I'm
the
just
wall.
making a conscious decision as to whether
ignore
or not
you.
I want to pay
like
you
I
any
don't
attention.
want to talk. I don't want to talk. That
Yeah.
happens to me all the time.
What else happens to you? People on the train do very weird shit to you. Huh?
Oh my god.
I need you to tell this story.
Yo. Oh my god. Literally the weirdest shit happened to me. I was telling Fred when I first came into his apartment, I'm like, this was easily the weirdest shit that's ever happened to me on the train.
Strange.
I was on my way home from the event, the Issa Rae event. Me and Fred had just like went our separate ways. And I'm on the train and someone gets like the train is just leaving a stop. Someone sits down directly across from me. And I'm just like, you can feel like I can feel when someone's staring at me.
Oh, of course.
And I like look up a little bit to see like who this person is that I can clearly feel staring at me. And then I saw who it was and I looked down like, oh God. I wish I never looked up.
Oh God.
But so I look up and I'm like,
very nuts,
okay,
actually.
this is weird. So then like I'm sitting there and maybe like 2 or 3 minutes goes by and then I hear the music from the most recent reel that I posted on Instagram playing. And the thing that caught my attention is that like, I mean, it's a popular song, but like it wouldn't just be playing.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't just be playing. It's the song is from the fucking 90s. Like, and I know that I just posted a reel with it. So it made me look up like, oh wow, like I'm hearing this song. I just used this for a reel. And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay. And then I hear another song for the second to last reel that I posted. And then I'm just like, well, now that's weird as hell.
This nigga got the same playlist.
I'm doing all of this without looking up. And I'm just like paying attention to what's happening. And then he's scrolling and I'm starting to hear my voice. And I'm just like, this is not happening to me right now.
Yeah, no.
Like this is not happening.
It's actually pretty insane.
I'm clearly hallucinating because there's no way that this person is this fucking weird. So I'm just like, mind you, and they got on the second to last, the stop before I was getting off. So, which is a longer stop. So I'm riding the train this whole time with this fucking weirdo that's sitting across from me, scrolling on my Instagram, never like saying like, oh, I think I know you, or I follow you on Instagram, or like I've seen you before, but you're playing my reels at full volume so that I can hear them.
That's a new low.
It's so weird.
That's a new low.
I
would never.
I literally say I am in fight or flight mode because I don't know if you're weird enough where I'm gonna have to whoop your ass, or if I just need to get off this fucking train so I can remove myself from this situation.
What you saying whoop your ass makes me think back to remember in quick aside. Remember in Why Did I Get Married where Sheila.
Oh, no, you gonna come into the.
I don't know. I didn't know whether I would whoop that ass.
I what I would do when I saw you again. Oh my god! No, literally, that was how I was feeling. I'm like, this is, and I was texting you, and my phone died in that moment. I'm like, I'm literally gonna have to kill this man. Like, I'm gonna have to kill him before he killed me.
Not y'all having a sonic experience right now.
It was so weird. I'm like, no, he's not attractive.
Under any other circumstance, that might have been kind of cute.
No,
but actually, no, not
bro.
really.
It was definitely giving Jeffrey fucking Dahmer. I said, get me. I'm about to pull a emergency brake on the gays
in New York.
Get me off this fucking train. Yeah, no,
now. That's pretty insane. And so I had to go through that, especially after having such a great high.
Right. I honestly thought I was too high. I'm like, nah, this is not happening. And then, honestly, I think I know who it is because somebody commented.
Not the case is getting unlocked.
No, I think that I don't want to assume that it was this person because when I looked up, I looked down so quickly that I don't really remember what they looked like. I just know that they were not attractive. And then like this unattractive man was commenting on my. Like, I'm sorry, but that's
so you don't know them personally. What you're saying, you've seen them before, maybe.
No, I don't. I've never seen them before. But after that happened, somebody
started commenting.
Yeah, on my.
Let me say it. They started commenting.
Not it.
That's very scary.
Very scary.
The New York. I'm telling you, the MTA. We shouldn't be paying for that shit. They should be thanking us.
Okay.
For getting on that dangerous
honestly,
ass.
It's too fucking much.
Mode of transportation.
And that's crazy because I was just telling I can't remember who it was, like one of my, either like a cousin or a friend that's not from New York, doesn't come here often. And they were like, do you like ride the train? I'm like, yeah, I ride the train all the time. I'm like, because I heard the train is like really, like it's always like weird. I'm like,
if it ain't people, it's rats.
Okay. But like,
everybody's scary.
That was enough for me to be like, do not get on the train.
As if you have a fucking choice.
Right. Oh my God, that was so weird.
That's so, very concerning.
It's very, very weird. I hope that never happens to anyone else, and I hope it never happens to me again.
I hope not either, because I feel like you obviously
it's
all of us have.
Weird shit.
I was like, we all have strange stories, but I feel like you really you get it real bad, friend.
Yo,
you get it.
Speaking
real
of
bad.
strange stories, did I ever tell you? Okay, let me just tell y'all my business real quick.
The setup is crazy. Hello.
So years ago, many years ago, I used to date this guy, and he was.
You talking about the no. Sorry, go ahead.
So we broke up because it was just like it got weird, and I was just like, okay, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore.
I was just like, okay.
Yeah, we also, he was just weird, and I'm about to tell you why. So this is all on the subject of weird people being weird and weird things happening.
Stay on that.
So he texts me. This is like he used to randomly text me like months, almost years after we broke up, and just like randomly text me like I'm in your neighborhood. And I'm just like, okay,
nice.
Right? Do you need directions?
That's how neighborhoods work. People be in them.
People be in them. Or he'll just randomly text me like, I miss you. I'm like, I do not like you. We're not friends for you to be texting me like saying stuff like that.
And
that's
I
weird.
Miss Michelle Obama.
So he randomly texted me one time saying that he spoke to somebody that I dated after him and was like basically saying like they were telling me like all of this stuff about you. And I'm just like, well, both of y'all are lying because like I'm not friends with either one of y'all. So of course y'all would be talking about me negatively. So or at all. Why are y'all talking about me? So he's like, so now he's saying all this stuff, and I'm just like, okay, so prove it. If you were texting this person who I also used to date, and y'all were like talking about all of the stuff that I've done, and I would like to see it. Send me a screenshot of the text message. I would like to see it. So he sends me a screenshot, and his dumbass doesn't. He sends me a screenshot and tries to crop the name out of the person who he texted to. So let's just say, for instance, his little brother's name is Richard, and Dick. So he takes a screenshot, crops it, but doesn't crop enough of the letters where you can literally see like the bottom of each letter.
I love when that happens.
So it just so happens that I was at my parents' house. It was like Sunday, so like Matt and my cousins are over there. So we're in the kitchen talking about what's currently happening. I'm like, you believe this? This nigga texted me talking about this and that, blah, blah, blah. So I told him to send a screenshot. We literally looked at the letters, wrote all the letters down.
I can tell that's a C.
Right. Literally in there being detectives and wrote it down. And it literally spelled out his little brother's name. I said, you are a fucking weirdo because I know that you took your little brother's phone and was texting yourself, making it seem like you were texting somebody who was talking about me so that you could screenshot this and send it to me.
And that's what family's for.
Yo. Damn, I said, don't ever text me again, you fucking weirdo.
Why do y'all be weird, bro?
Oh, my God. That pissed me off. I'm like, do you really think I'm fucking stupid? You're not talking to anybody that I used to date, and why would y'all be talking about me anyway? It was so weird.
It's a weird plot, too. Like, what was this supposed
to? He's a weirdo.
What was it supposed to? I think that's what fucks me up about people sometimes, because if I can't understand
like, what's the motive?
Yeah, like if I can see if I understand what you were trying to do, no matter how fucked up it is.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get from point A to B, okay.
Yeah.
But if I can't even see why you went through all of this,
then you're clicking, but you're clicking down.
Yeah, it's like
not
something's clearly wrong that we can't help you with.
Yeah.
That's really we need you to go and see that damn lady.
Yeah.
We need you to call the lady. Yeah, that's very, very strange. Mm-hmm. I feel like you and the way that people try you, like men specifically try you.
Try me.
There's books in that.
I don't know why these niggas think I'm
There's
stupid.
books in that. I need you to become what's the lady who wrote Waiting to Excel?
Terry
McMillan. You could be the next Terry McMillan.
You know what's crazy? I meant to say that I thought about this joke on the way to the wedding this weekend.
Okay.
Because we rode with Sean and Sindel. Me and Corinne rode with Sean and Sindel. I said, because I thought about the fact that
Sindel.
Sindel. I thought about the fact that Sindel is our married friend, like married with a family.
And
I'm like,
what's the gag that we call her Max last episode?
Exactly.
And then we
And
see Max last night.
Exactly. Something. This means something.
So
I don't know what it means,
I'm
but
not
it means
saying
something.
Stay tuned, but we know some shit.
But yeah, I was thinking like Sindel could really write a book on all of her friends and their relationships because
Probably.
she's like the most stable of us all.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. But you know what? Also, it's that damn gay.
It's the gay.
It's that damn gay. It's just bound.
Really
we're bound
is.
to go through some very unnecessary shit.
Do you remember yesterday?
What? It makes me. I just laugh because it's just. It sounds
Yo,
stupid already.
Yesterday when we were at the place and we were both in the line saying like, it's so crazy how we are literally at a place in Brooklyn and we don't see anybody that we know.
I know what you're about to say.
And you were like, that's very strange. And I was like, then I was looking around like, I said, so my man is literally just not in here. And I was like, I'm about to start dating women. You said, I dare you.
It ain't never been that bad. Right. I was like, I dare you. Actually, let's just start doing shit
Oh
for the
my
plot.
God. Let's start doing shit for the plot. I'm about to get me a fucking girlfriend. Yeah.
Actually, I need a camera and Andy. Yeah, I feel like
Get in here.
Me back on my I feel like shit.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
no, that's really insane. I actually tried to show Jacoby one dude last night. And
Oh my God. I
Should I
said
even say
hello.
I literally
He's
he
like-
was standing next to us, like kind of in
We-
the next
in line at the bar.
Yeah, we're at the bar. I was drinking. Jacoby was not drinking. I saw him and I was like, he look cute. Look over to your right. Jacoby said, he was like, who? I was like, I feel like you looked at him. Did you not see him? He was like, I looked
He was
right.
literally this tall. I say, I only saw the top of his damn head. I was looking
said,
right over
I looked
him.
right over that boy. That shit
Like,
was hilarious.
I can't do nothing with that.
I was thinking last night about how like I really, whoever I do end up with though, like I really want them to have a strong music taste, like very, very, because you know how I am about my music. Like I want them to have a very like well-rounded take on like music. And
yeah,
like,
that's important.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like,
But
especially
also,
me, I
you
would be
might-
surprised if I start dating a DJ.
You might get that. I could totally see
Right?
that. Yeah. Wait, I
Makes
feel like we
sense.
talked about this recently.
Me dating a DJ.
Because didn't we see a DJ that we thought was cute?
Look, goes back in my Rolodex. I don't know, maybe.
Maybe.
I've seen a lot though.
Have
A
you?
lot of DJs that I think
Is-
are cute.
Wait. Oh, actually, after. Wait. What was I gonna say? I forgot.
I don't know.
Oh no!
I was
it was a
saying
good
how I
question
wanted
for
to-
sure.
How I was thinking.
Oh, I was gonna say that like it might be fun for you to put people, whoever you're dating, onto new music. Like
No,
if they're
for sure.
receptive to
I think
new music.
so too. I think so too. Is this my plant like on my neck? What the hell
Yeah.
going on? No, I
Isn't that
I
called
think
a
so
spider
too.
plant?
I don't know. I think so too.
I feel
that's
like
a
that
part
would
of
be
the
more
fun.
fun.
That's part of the
Yeah.
fun. There have been people that I've talked to before, and I'm like, I bet you, like, I love to play the game of, I bet you I can put you on to something you ain't never heard before.
Yeah.
And I win
love
every
that.
time.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can do it in return, I'm like,
Yeah, you got me.
Because
Ooh.
bad music taste is a turn
Oh
off.
God.
Regardless of if you're super educated or nerdy about music or not,
But if the music
bad
is not
music
hitting,
taste, period.
like just get out.
Or if you just have bad music takes just to have bad music takes. Like
No, you don't love this song.
you don't like
This song is very annoying.
and
and
you
know
don't
it.
think that this performer performs better than Beyonce. Like you don't think that actually. You just kind of want to be different. Yeah, that's very. Let's go back. I think the episode is very themed around cringe today because that is cringy to me.
It is.
That's
Very
fucking
cringy.
cringy to me.
Chile.
Yeah, no, but all right. So on the rabbit hole this week, I was thinking about how, first of all, I feel like this starts and ends in separate places. Remember, Robin Thicke and
Okay.
Paula Patton were like a thing, and then they broke up, and then Robin Thicke was like on this like journey to get this lady back.
Yeah, apology
I mean,
tour.
yes, literally, right?
Mhm.
And then he was like, he came out with an album,
Yeah.
and it was just like she
never got her back.
yeah, he never got her back.
Yeah.
And then
Oh.
years later, here she pops up on the internet with a spread of fried chicken.
Oh my God.
You remember seeing that video?
Yes. How
I
she was
said
seasoning the grease?
The oil.
Oh my God. I couldn't believe
watched
it.
it again. I watched it again because, you know, I do my due diligence. I
Yeah.
make sure I'm a reporter. No, I'm a journalist. I looked back and I was like, okay, so first of all, she washed the chicken. When she was washing the chicken, I feel like she put it straight into the flour. Flour's not seasoned. It's like
there were
you skipped a couple
so
of very
many
important
things
steps.
wrong with that. So many things.
Not to say that I'm like, big arm auntie, but it's just like.
But I can fry some damn chicken.
I can fry some chicken. I feel like there are some very important steps that you absolutely missed. Because why are you just coating the chicken with unseasoned
honestly
flour?
doesn't even matter what she did before her seasoning the fucking oil, because that is just too. There's too many things wrong with that. That's
insane. Because it's not gonna stick. You think? I was like, do you think it's like molecules that like sticks to the chicken?
I'm very confused about how.
You quite literally. When you see most people cook.
Was that during
chicken,
the pandemic?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like it might have been in 2020, so I kind of give her a pass because it's like we were all just doing anything. If you wasn't frying chicken, you was making banana bread. Everybody was doing some random shit during the pandemic. I look back at the pandemic and I'm like, bro, I can't believe how to play the piano
during the pandemic.
Did you?
It's very random.
That's actually kind of lit. That's some shit I should have did. No. But I feel like
it was very.
It's just like I look back at the pandemic and I think about how everybody kind of got that email on the day of. Like, I don't know. I feel like it was March 15th, March 14th. Yeah. And it was like, don't come into work. That's when people knew it was serious. Yeah. But we didn't think that it was going to be as long as it went.
Bruh.
And definitely didn't think that it was going to multiply to various, like, variants. That shit was insane. Like, Omicron had me nervous as shit.
Hell yeah.
But, like,
I can't believe we lived through that.
Right. But yeah, how insane is that to like fry chicken and just like put the salt and pepper in the oil and be like, it's gonna taste good? Because you see most people, I mean, that chicken is, you would think that the shit is grilled already, how seasoned it looks.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, no, I was just like, man, that is really, really insane. And she said she got it from her mama, and I'm like, you know what?
Generations of y'all doing this shit like that.
I feel like your taste buds really do have to go in through like a rigorous training period where it's like me. It's hard for me to eat certain foods that aren't soul food because that's how my palate is like trained.
So you only
oxtail for breakfast. No, I mean I'm not saying I only eat soul food, but I'm saying I gravitate toward like that's Jamaican
your food of choice.
Soul food. This is what I grew up eating, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe if I were it's regional also. So like most people are like some people are kind of like driven to pizza more than they are to, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I grew up in the South. So it's like naturally I'm always going to want catfish. I'm always going to want fried chicken. I'm always going to want that. I was thinking about also how Karen Clark Sheard, there was a video of her cooking yams and she was
putting all that sugar.
She emptied a truck full of sugar. I'm like, I can't even see the damn yams no more.
No.
There is no way.
And sugar.
I'm telling you, diabetes is running rampant because of that. And that was really insane.
That was really insane. Butter, you need ice.
They ain't taking my leg.
They not cutting my leg.
They not cutting my leg.
And that's that.
Yo, Vanessa Williams still looks the same.
She does.
She really, her daughter is the woman in Lion Babe.
Lion Babe, yeah.
I love their music.
Yeah, me too.
She's so pretty. She's playing, they're doing a Devil Wears Prada play.
Oh, she's playing Miranda. Yeah, that's right.
I'm like, first of all, she played that same kind of character in like Ugly Betty.
Yeah.
So I'm like, she is such a perfect, like, mean character. Her, Lynn Whitfield.
Yes.
Who else? Her, Lynn Whitfield.
Evil Angela Bassett is what they call her.
Evil Angela Bassett?
You never heard that?
I've never heard that. Robin Givens, low key.
Yeah, she can definitely be bitchy.
It's like she can either, younger Robin Givens could be sweet, but she always had like this sharp.
Yeah, something very.
Look about, like evil Tia Mowry. She is evil Tia Mowry.
Tia Mowry? Oh my God. That's
the
funny.
Evil Mowry. Remember, because she was in He Wasn't Man Enough for Me video.
Oh yeah,
she's always had kind of like this sinister, like like it's the sharpness of her face.
Yeah, it's the structure.
She has a very structured face. So they just kind of give me like mean, like they can play rich very well. They can play evil very well. Honestly, Angela Bassett is one of the few, in my opinion. Angela Bassett and Viola Davis, but more so Angela Bassett. They can kind of alternate between I could believe if she was a villain.
Oh yeah.
And have we seen Angela Bassett be a villain like that?
Wasn't she in American Horror Story? I never saw it, but I know she was in that. But was she a villain?
But I feel like off of the strength of the legend of the like character she was playing, I feel like people just kind of looked at her more as like they were rooting for her because first of all she's black.
Yeah. Okay.
But
She was in Vampire in Brooklyn, but
yeah, that's true. We haven't really seen her play very like villainous roles
really.
like that.
I don't think that's her thing.
Damn, that's actually very interesting. Yeah. You know how Queen Latifah? Did you ever hear about how Queen Latifah said? I think she put a clause in her contracts now that she don't want to die no more.
I think you did tell me that.
Set it off would have been it for me, bro. No, y'all didn't shoot me up like that. Damn, probably not, huh?
That must have been when she fucking did it, because that would have been enough for me too.
That's the only, like, if I got shot up like that on screen. That was extremely
traumatic. Yo, you know what's crazy? I remember watching that when we were younger.
Yeah.
And
how many times you gonna be gonna set it off on the podcast? Damn. Pivotal movie, apparently.
Yo, I remember watching that movie with my family, and Taria started crying.
I cried when I watched that movie too, but it's only because it's less about them getting shot and more about
yes, it's the dramatics of the entire scene.
Whoever chose that song for that scene, that whole scene spanning from when they started, like when they had to separate. I mean, it was like a reprise after the song too. I'm like, that song was perfect. I feel like it was made for that movie though.
Like the movie, that scene in general would not be the same. It would.
Oh my god! And why were we watching Baddies and they were arresting Krishan and they put that song on?
Oh my god! I would be so mad if my song went from like a cinematic movie, like fucking Set It Off to Baddies.
I'm like, how the fuck did they get this licensing? But somehow Zeus is rich. I watch Zeus a lot. And I feel like that's the problem.
I really pride myself on not watching Zeus because
you niggas think you're so much better.
Maybe we are.
I feel like you need a little. I be needing a little trash sometimes. I ain't gonna hold you. I love trash TV.
I get it,
but yeah, no. All right, what else do I have? All right, well then, what's gotten on your nerves this week? I'm gonna start with you again.
Besides even though I feel like we kinda, psychopath on the train.
Yeah, we kind of.
What has gotten on my nerves this week? I think that was it. I think we might have covered it earlier because, like, if that doesn't get on your nerves, then what the hell?
People know, like, what did I say? Social cues.
Yeah.
What's gotten on my? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was about to ask you.
What's gotten on my nerves this week is people who, as I hear my dog like sniffing at the door. We'll let you guys see her as we wrap.
She wanna come out and play.
I'll bring out in a second. But people who don't clean up after their dogs. First of all,
almost some of these shit dogs, on the way here from the train.
Probably, because some of this, I believe it, because some of this shit be looking so massive, bro.
That's not a dog.
That is a person.
Is a
you can't you can't convince me otherwise that was not a person that did that. Yeah, like. I just don't understand. Like, also, it's different if, like, you take your dog to, like, some kind of grass area and you just, whatever. I don't know. Use it as fertilizer. But,
ew. That's not
to say I do it. I don't personally do that. I clean up wherever she goes. But to have your dog on the sidewalk and be like, all right, come on. Let's go.
Like, what?
What do you mean?
You're letting your dog shit on the sidewalk is crazy.
That's really nuts.
That's crazy.
Because why aren't you prepared?
Like, you didn't even think about bringing a bag. You just let your dog shit.
Literally, I feel like that goes to social cues too. I feel like that's like a subset of social
training.
That's home training.
Yeah, like no.
You aren't training.
You don't
so how you gonna train a dog?
How you gonna train a dog? Exactly.
Damn, that's really unfortunate.
I just assume that people who let their dogs shit on the sidewalk and don't clean it up have a nasty ass house. Like, because they go hand in hand. It's cleanliness.
A nasty house. Yo, I was looking at Lady Gaga is coming out with like an album for the Joker movie that she's in, and she's like,
a whole album?
Picture. Yeah, it's kind of like an accompaniment, like the gift for the
Gotcha. Yeah.
And she did like this shoot where she was like on a bed, and it was like in one of those like it was like just the mattress and like one of those dirty ass like rooms. Oh, when God. I tell you, I viscerally feel every time I see an image like that, I want to throw up because it's like. I can't imagine like stepping anywhere like on a carpet, and it's always a carpet, and it be dirty, or like you ever see a
like
scene
matted or like
like
stains.
You ever see a scene in a movie where it's like a bathroom and it's like a bathtub that looks dirty? Like you ever see like the where like it needs to be caulked again? I'm getting passionate. Where it's like very nasty along the edges of the. I want to throw up every time I see a dirty bathroom, bro.
Because how are you living like that?
Yeah, like
if
I
you're taking
understand
a
a
shower
little
in
bit.
there, are you really taking a shower?
Right. And I understand maybe a little bit because, obviously you got to clean the ring around your tub and stuff like that. But when it gets to like that mildew and shit around
I can't do it.
I'm like, or like,
because all of those things come with the smell. And the moment I smell something, I'm automatically ready to throw up.
My sensitive stomach.
Please.
Just like somebody on TikTok was saying how, like, I think somebody was saying how they would never wipe the inside of their sink with their hand. Like they would never. You ever like? I don't even want to go into it because it's gonna make me actually sick. But like, if you see dirt on the inside of your sink, it's like you'll try to like do this with the water, or like you'll get like a rag or something, not a rag or like a paper towel. Which somebody was like, I will never do that.
Just with your hand.
With your hands, or picking anything out of my sink, I won't. I will never do that. No. Speaking on my last note, per usual, I saw a movie. It's called The Substance.
Oh, you were telling me
with Demi Moore. Yes.
Oh
it is the most horrific thing I have ever seen in my life, but it was amazing.
Like you did say it was a really good movie.
It's a really good movie, but it's body horror, so like gruesome. If you're squeamish, don't go and see this movie, bro. That lady who was in that Netflix show The Maid, I think it was called Maid. Her mom is, oh my God, throwback. You remember Beauty Shop, the white woman, what's her name? Andy McDowell.
The one who
I think her name is Andy
She used
McDowell.
to go to Jorge's, and then she started coming there. The one who's eating monkey bread.
This is why you my dog.
Yes.
That's her daughter. No, that's her daughter.
Who's
playing her name is
opposite of Demi Moore?
Opposite of Demi Moore. She's the other star of the film. Her name starts with an M. I think it's Margaret Qualley or something like that. She is really, really good too. She's been in a lot of stuff this year. She was just in
I didn't even know that lady.
She was in Poor Things. She was in Kinds of Kindness. And yeah, no, it was I don't know if y'all know what
Substance?
It's called The Substance. I don't know if y'all know what body horror is, but it's basically like
I didn't know
when
that.
it's like I never heard that phrase until I watched this movie. But it's basically like when you can see all the bodily lots of bodily fluids. It's like excessive use of needles, like skin, like scabs, and stuff like that. Look it up. Like, look.
Is this it?
Yeah, but why you ain't just look up the cast?
Girl.
That's her in the
Her?
Yeah.
Oh, she looks like her.
Qualley, yeah, right? That's her mom.
Does.
And then actually in that show, The Maid, they played daughter and mom in that actual show. But yeah, she's been in a lot of stuff. She's a rising star for real. But yeah, no, it was insane. I feel like I don't know how to tell people to go see it, but I feel like people should see it. It's a really good message in there about just kind of like self-acceptance as you're aging, especially in the industry. But that shit was horrific.
Were they actors in the movie?
Ish, yeah. I don't want to give it away, but yeah, they were in the industry. But yeah, man, it was.
I do want to see it.
It was tricky. It was very tricky, but yeah. Anything else you want to cover?
I'm trying to think if anything else dramatic happened to me.
I'm trying to think.
Since the last time.
Anything else dramatic? I feel
or
like
just
that's
important in
dramatic.
general.
Nothing you would probably want to say on mic.
I hope not. Wait, something has happened? Did I tell you?
You told me a lot of things, but not. There's another thing that you probably wouldn't share. Knowing you wouldn't share that.
Oh, you talking about the wedding?
Yes.
Oh, girl, fuck that. Bye, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Cool. Well, yeah, thanks.
These niggas the time of day.
Exactly. Thanks for watching. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have anything else?
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
He
I
gonna
feel like we
go,
always do this.
I really be trying to give you the mic.
No, I'm good.
But yeah, thank y'all for subscribing and watching and supporting the show. And
don't forget to share and like and comment.
Yeah, like and comment.
Let us know if you like the episodes. Let us know what your favorite episode is so far because we're dwindling down. We have 2 episodes left.
More
this is
episodes
episode 8.
Season.
We're gonna stop this season at 10 and then we're gonna come in hot season 2 with some really cool shit.
Yeah, we have some really cool things planned. Yeah. This is kind of like season 1 is gonna be like
it's a trial run.
It's the trial one, but it's also like where we're gonna get our the audience where it's like if you know, you know. We're like right now we're at if you know status, and absolutely. I feel like I'm pretty cool with that because I love being like lore. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so until the week after next,
we will be back.